Now it's been 4 years of Taekook's marriage and they are living together, and it's been a month of that incident. Now Jungkook start taking his taekwondo class again, and Taehyung also became normal, but now he became more protective and Seham became more clingy to Jungkook. One day. Today was Sunday, so Jungkook didn't go to take class, and Taehyung also liked to spend this time with his family. Jungkook is playing with Taekook and Taehyung is looking at them. Taehyung, should we plan for another baby? And Jungkook paused his actions. Jungkook, I don't want. Taehyung said it to see Jungkook's reaction. He knows that Jungkook feels himself binding with Taehyung, and he also knows that Taehyung is the reason for this feelings. That day, Taehyung is walking behind Jungkook in supermarket for groceries shopping. Taehyung didn't like to do this type of work in his initial time, but now he is enjoying it with his husband and son. And as usually, Jungkook is picking groceries and Taehyung is walking behind by holding Taekook in his arm and grocery bag together. And at last, they are enjoying in a beautiful park because Taekook insisted and Taehyung can't deny his son. Jungkook and Taehyung were sitting on bench and looking at their son who's playing with others' children. They both are in very simple and casual dress right now. Although it's don't touch Taehyung's standard, but he is used to it now. But suddenly they heard an old lady's voice who's telling a story to her granddaughter. Story. Once upon a time, there was a beast. He was alone and lonely in his life. He didn't know anything about his own feelings, neither care about others' feelings. One day he saw a beautiful girl. She is totally opposite of him. She care for others and she is a pure soul. One day she saw that beast, but she didn't get afraid of him as like others. Beast find is confusing because she was the first person who didn't get scared of him. And with the time, he start going to her place for playing. She also play with him, but with the time, Beast is craving for her presence everywhere, every time. He couldn't rest peacefully without seeing her, so he kidnapped her and locked her in his cage. Beast treat her very well and do everything for her except to let her go. She also thought that Beast is alone and need her company, so she also adjust herself there. But with the time, that pretty girl's smile start fading and she became so weak. She became so weak that she lost her interest from her life, and one day she died. End story. Grandma, do you know why she died? Girl, no, Grandma, because she was a free bird soul. She likes to explore new places and wanted to do different things, but that beast didn't let her go out to fulfill her wishes. And without hope, a person's life becomes meaningless. They lost their interest from their life. So you shouldn't keep this little bird in prison. Girl, I understand, Grandma. I'll not prison this bird anymore. And she let go a little bird from her hands, but other side, Taehyung and Jungkook also listen this story and looking at that flying bird. They both realized something and they both became silent. Just like this time going on, but now Taehyung behaving differently with Jungkook. He start avoiding Jungkook most of the time. Jungkook also noticed it and he doesn't seem happy by this. Jungkook is used to get Taehyung's attention in him, but now Taehyung is ignoring him. One day, Taehyung saw that Seham is looking at Jungkook with love and respect in his eyes by standing at Taekwondo class gate. Jungkook is teaching moves to children. But Taehyung doesn't like it. He was about to go to Seham, but he saw that Jungkook is coming towards Seham and Seham gave him banana milk, which Jungkook liked to drink the most. They are chatting happily and Jungkook is looking happy and carefree right now. Taehyung saw this all and a mixed feelings raised in his heart. He didn't dare to go to them. He turned his car and went from there. Just like this time going on, and he also noticed that Jungkook talks to everyone happily except Taehyung's. Jungkook's carefree smile turned into a small smile whenever he saw Taehyung. These differences making Taehyung uncomfortable. He wants Jungkook to smile at him brightly as like he does with others. And one day, he came home very late in night. He doesn't look good. He saw that Jungkook is waiting for him and Taegeuk is sleeping in bed. Jungkook, you are late. Taehyung, I'm sorry. Taehyung himself don't know why he is saying sorry. Jungkook, have you had dinner? Taehyung, no. Jungkook, okay, let me eat the food. And they both did dinner together, but today Taehyung didn't embrace Jungkook as like he always do, and Jungkook didn't find warmth in whole night. But he didn't say anything. He also fell asleep beside. But with the time, Jungkook feels that Taehyung is avoiding to touch or kiss Jungkook too. And one day, he received a document which he didn't expect in his entire life. It was a divorce papers where written is clear that Kim Taehyung wants to divorce Jaeon Jungkook and Jungkook can take their son's custody, and he also transferred his half assets to Jungkook's name. Jungkook see this and his anger raised. Jungkook, what the hell? How dare him to do this to me? He looked at that lawyer with furious gaze who brings this file to him. Jungkook, where is Kim Taehyung? Lawyer, my client don't want to meet you. Jungkook, divorce isn't a play of kids. Call your client. I want to talk to him properly. Lawyer, I'm sorry Mr. Jaeon, but he really don't want to meet you. Please sign in this paper. Jungkook, I'll not sign without knowing a clear reason for this divorce. Other side, Taehyung is in Yoongi's place and he returned to his cold and ruthless side. Currently he is working in his laptop without any rest. Yoongi, stop for some time. Your body needs some rest. Taehyung, no, this project is important and I want to complete it as soon as possible. Yoongi sighed at this and gave him a cup of coffee. It's been a week and Taehyung is working like machine and he didn't go to his apartment too. Taehyung trying to keep himself busy in work so that he can distract himself to think of Jungkook and his son. Other side, it's Min Yoongi, Taehyung's secret man. But he is a businessman too. Nobody knows that he is also working with Taehyung and they both are friends since their struggled teenage days. They both worked hard to get rich and they became billionaire with the time, but circumstances made Taehyung poor again. Yoongi offered Taehyung to work with him after his downfall, but Taehyung wanted to spend a normal life with his husband and son. So Yoongi also didn't force him, and now Taehyung is still working with J-Hope, but he is taking leave for some days now. And J-Hope's business growing day by day. It's not like J-Hope has poor statics, but Taehyung has a rich experience in business field since his teenage. Just like this, another week also passed, but Taehyung still didn't go to Jungkook again. Now he stopped smiling and everyone sat afraid of him after seeing his serious cold face. Yoongi, think properly, you can't just spend your life like robot again. You should at least talk to Jungkook for once. Taehyung, he will be more happy without me. Mr. Kang Seham will take care of him. Yoongi, are you sure about it? Taehyung, yes. Yoongi, then what about you? Taehyung became silent at this. It is also hard for him to stay away from Jungkook and his son. One day, Taehyung was working on his office cabin, then a loud voice came from the door. Jungkook, Kim Taehyung, you fucking bastard. Do you think I'm a toy? And Taehyung saw that Jungkook is coming towards him by fire in his eyes and anger in his voice. But before Taehyung can say anything, Jungkook punched him hardly. Jungkook, how dare you to treat me like that? Taehyung looks confused at this, but he also get angry because Jungkook punched him. Taehyung, how dare you to punch me? Jungkook, I have enough dare to break your both legs. And he again pushed Taehyung on floor and hover over him. Jungkook, tell me, who do you think I'm? Do you think I'm a toy which you play and throw it after being bored? Taehyung, I don't think. But Jungkook get more angry at this. He start beating him again. But Taehyung also get furious at this. He switched their position and pinned Jungkook's both hands. Jungkook, leave me. I'm gonna kill you today. And Jungkook trying to free his hands from Taehyung. Taehyung, stop, otherwise it'll be bad for you. Jungkook, you idiot foolish man, Taehyung start kissing Jungkook's lips to stop from saying any further. But Jungkook is protesting against it, and at last, Taehyung bite Jungkook's lips. But now Taehyung saw that Jungkook's eyes filled with tears and he's crying. Taehyung realized his mistake and he immediately get up from Jungkook. He was about to go from there, but Jungkook, are you bored of me now? Taehyung turned towards Jungkook and saw his hurtful eyes. Taehyung, I set you free now. You can live your life carefree from now on. Jungkook, I said, are you bored of me now? Jungkook shout in anger. Taehyung, Seham will take good care of you. Jungkook, who the hell tell you that I need anyone's care? I can live my life by myself. I'm not a weak person. Taehyung, I'm sorry. Jungkook is crying in anger, in frustration and in disappointment. Jungkook, Kim Taehyung, tell me, don't you want me anymore now? Taehyung, I want you. Jungkook, then why the hell do you want to divorce me? Taehyung, because you are not happy with me. Jungkook, and who tell you this? If I was not happy then I would have leave you a long time ago. Don't you have this common sense in your stupid brain? And Taehyung gets shocked at this. Taehyung, but you don't smile at me like that as like you smile with others. Jungkook, it's because I'm formal with them and you are different from them. Taehyung, but I keep you in prison as like that old lady said that day. Now Jungkook understand the process of Taehyung's changed behavior. That day, he also realized that Taehyung is the most lonely person in this world who didn't get any care or love from the beginning and struggled his life since teenage that made him feeling less. Jungkook, no one can prison me unless I want that. Now Taehyung lower his gaze. He couldn't look at Jungkook and he said in a low voice. Taehyung, but I raped you, threatened you by your friend and forced you to leave your passion. Now Jungkook also became silent. He also can't forget these things. It was the most hurtful things in his life. But when he saw Taehyung that day when he was fighting with those men who was gonna touch Jungkook, he realized that Taehyung can be worst place for Jungkook but he is the safest place for Jungkook too. Jungkook, I'll forgive you for that only if you don't divorce me. Now Taehyung looked at Jungkook and his eyes filled with tears. It's the first time Jungkook seeing Taehyung crying and Jungkook don't like it. He immediately hugged Taehyung. Taehyung also hugged him back. Taehyung, I'm sorry. It is the first time when Taehyung is saying sorry to anyone. Taehyung, I'm sorry. I'll not do this again. I'll not prison you again, but please don't leave me. They both are crying in each other's arm, but other side, J-Hope and some other employees looking this all who came here after hearing loud voice. J-Hope sighed. J-Hope thinking finally something interesting happened today. J-Hope, okay guys, let's back to the work and let them cry for some more time. And they all went from there. That day, they both cried a lot. That evening, Jungkook dragged Taehyung with himself in their apartment. When Taeguk saw Taehyung, he started giggling. Taeguk, dada, dada. Taehyung held Taeguk in his arm and kissed his both cheeks. He missed his son a lot, but he saw that Jin and Namjoon are sitting on couch and Jin is glaring at him. Jin, sometime I really thought, what did you see in this foolish man? Kooky, he is useless for you. And Taehyung's smile drops at this. Taehyung, don't give him your stupid lecture. He'll not leave me now. Jin, bad luck for him. Anyways Kooky, we are going now. Take some rest and if something happens then call us. Jungkook, okay hung. And they went from there. Taeguk, Dada. Where were you? Taehyung, I'm sorry my baby, I'll not leave you again. Taeguk, promise. Taehyung, real promise. And they both play with Taeguk for some time, and after dinner they fell asleep in one bed. Just like this time going on, and now Taehyung is living with his family and he is happy now. He also starts smiling towards his colleagues, which is shocking for them. And one day, Seham, so I really don't have any chance now. Jungkook, I already declared it a long time ago. Seham sighed at this. Jungkook already told him after that incident that he can't leave Taehyung. That time Seham feels heartbreak, but he was still approaching him in a little hope, but now Jungkook seems happy with Taehyung. Seham, sometime I feel like love is really an evil thing. Seham laughed at his own joke. Seham, I really want to snatch you from him. But you'll not be happy by this. Look, love is really dangerous, it make a villain hero and a hero want to be a villain because of this. Jungkook can see that Seham was about to cry, but he controlled himself. Seham, anyways, I wish you happiness in your life. But you'll be my first love for forever. And he went from there. Jungkook feels bad for Seham, but he can't do anything for him. He sighed. There can be a law for nature, there can be a law for human too, but there can't be any law for love, for a soul. Soul is free to choose their love, and it can be a villain or a hero. Every human are different from each others, and so their life is too. There isn't a straight line for every people, neither the conditions can be same for everyone. So everybody should accept each other, and if they think about others then they can't find their own life. That night, Taeguk is sleeping in his mini bed and Taehyung and Jungkook were sleeping in bed. As usually Taehyung is wrapping his hands around Jungkook's waist, but today Jungkook couldn't sleep. He turned towards Taehyung and looked at his sleeping face. And Taehyung is pouting right now. Jungkook thinking, puff. He is looking like a child, like Taeguk. Yes, most of Taeguk's features looks like Taehyung. Jungkook poked Taehyung's cheek and it feels amazing to him, so he was about to poke again, but Taehyung grabbed his hand. Taehyung is a light sleeper. Taehyung, what are you doing? Jungkook, oh, nothing, nothing. Taehyung, and he fell asleep again. Just like this time going on.